everyone, my name is Faith Emoree and my phone is fucking haunted. So our story begins on January 16th at 2:09 a.m. One of my friends called me and woke me up. Thanks for that. So I answer and I'm like, hello? And he's like, why does it sound like you were sleeping? And I'm like, because it's 2 in the morning, of course I was sleeping, what are you talking about? And he's like, you just texted me. And he's like, you just texted me and said something about you can't talk right now and you'll call me back later. And I'm like, what do you mean call you back later? I wasn't gonna call you to begin with. I was asleep. So finally I'm like, you know what? Let me see what this boy is talking about. So I go on my phone, I go to my text messages, and sure enough, January 16th, Tuesday, 2:09 a.m. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Call back later. Now, by this point, I'm pretty wide awake. I started freaking out. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I did not write that. I don't even type that way. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. It was probably one of those automated messages that gets sent when you don't answer, but here's the problem with that. In order for me to send one of those, I have to decline the call, like swipe to decline it, choose the option to send one of those messages, and then pick which message I want to send. I could not have done that while I was sleeping. Now, theory number 2, I thought that maybe, potentially, possibly, maybe he called me and I moved and like my hand hit my phone and I hit something and sent one on accident. Now, obviously, that doesn't seem very plausible because in order for me to send that, like I said, it takes a lot of manual input. I have to pick the message and all this other stuff. But on top of that, I was facing the other direction of my phone. I was laying back here, facing the wall. You see Spider-Man right there? Hey. I was facing the wall. My phone was on this side of my bed. You can't even see anything. Hold on. Let me just reenact this for you real quick. So here's me. I'm laying down. I'm sleeping, right? This is my wall over here to my right. A lot of times I sleep like this. Like I sleep very pressed up against my wall. I don't know why I've always slept that way. When I go to sleep, I put my remote and my phone both underneath Chubbafin over here. I was laying this way. When my friend called me, I had to turn like this in this direction. Hi, Chubbafin. I had to turn this way and reach under to get my phone. So mind you, I'm laying this way while I'm asleep. My phone rings over here. I remember waking up and having to turn and reach under Chubbafin to get my phone to answer it. I could not have moved and pressed anything if I'm facing this direction. I would have had to turn around and do it. Theory number 2, that couldn't have happened either. And for those of you that still don't believe me, I went and looked at the automated messages that I have the option to send when I don't answer a phone call. The one that got sent from my phone wasn't even on there. Sorry, I missed your call. I'm running late, but I'll be there soon. How's it going? What's up? Where are you? Call me when you get this message. Can we meet? I'll talk to you soon. Where's the meeting? What's the number? Those are the options that come up. I asked him, did you call me before the text message sent? And he's like, yeah, I called and it went straight to voicemail and then that text sent like right afterwards. Here's the weird thing about that. If he would have called me and I would have ignored the call, it at least would have rang. Even if I had ignored it the very first time that it rang, it would have rang once on his end before it went to voicemail and before the text message got sent, but it didn't ring at all. And on top of that, I use my phone as an alarm. I've used my phone as an alarm for years. Since like high school, I use my phone to wake myself up and I always put the alarm on vibrate. So I've conditioned myself to be very, very sensitive to my phone going off. Anytime my phone rings or I get a text, even if I'm asleep, I always wake up. And I did not wake up. So just a little recap. Friend calls me and says that I texted him while I was asleep. My phone is underneath my stuffed animal on the opposite side of my bed from where I'm sleeping. A text gets sent from my phone that doesn't even show up as an option to send as an automated message when I'm actually trying to send an automated message. And me, being a light sleeper who uses her phone as an alarm, magically didn't wake up the first time that the call came through. That's sketchy incident number 1. Sketchy incident number 2. I was hanging out with my friend, the same friend from sketchy incident number 1. We're hanging out at his house and I was talking to another friend of mine on this app that I have on my phone. Not like a regular texting, it's like a different kind of app. A little bit of time passes, I go to check my phone and I look and it says that my friend messaged me back a while before and that I had opened the text message. I didn't open the text message and I just figured maybe like I had the app open and he texted me and I unlocked my phone and it popped up and I didn't see it and I closed it or something. Like it's not super unusual for me to open messages and not remember. But the thing that made it weird was the message was, sorry, am I bothering you, or something like that. So I go to message him back and be like, oh no, sorry, I didn't realize that I opened the message or whatever. And I try to answer him and it's not working. It keeps saying message could not be sent, message could not be sent. And I'm like, that's weird. So I close the app, I shut it down, I pull it back up, same thing's happening. I'm like, did this boy block me? So I just figured maybe he thought that I left him on red and he got mad and he like blocked me or whatever. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess if you wanna over exaggerate like that, like that's your business. So then I go to message a different one of my friends back on the same app and the same thing happens. Now I didn't get into an argument or have any problems with either of these two boys before this incident happened. So I turned to my friend, the one that I was hanging out with in person, and was like, hey, did you go on my phone and like message some of my friends or say anything or do anything? And he's like, no, why? I'm like, because both of them kind of just like blocked me out of nowhere and I don't really know why. And I believed him because on this app you can't delete single messages. You have to delete the whole message thread. So if you would have said something, it would have been in the message thread and I would have seen it, but there was nothing there. So a couple hours later, I get back home, I go back on the app and it's working again and I'm able to message both of them again. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, no, you weren't boring me. I tried to answer you and it wasn't working. I thought you blocked me. He's like, no, I didn't block you. I wouldn't block you, like whatever. So that was weird incident number 2. Weird incident number 3. This is the most recent one and this to me is the creepiest one. So for those of you that have never heard of Kik, it's like a little text messaging app where instead of giving each other phone numbers, you have a username and it's basically you just text back and forth. I used to use that app a lot when I was like in high school and whatever, but since I've gotten older, I don't really use it anymore, ever, for anything. I had re-downloaded it on my phone for a little while to talk to this one guy, not talk, but just like talk. And after a while, conversation kind of died out, so I stopped using it. And I could have swore, I am 99.9999% sure that after me and him stopped talking, I just deleted the app off my phone because I was like, why am I gonna keep this on here? I don't use it. I don't talk to anybody on here. There's no reason for me to keep it. So last week, I wake up, I go to check my phone, and guess what's magically open when I unlock my screen? Kik that I haven't used in months. Kik that I haven't talked to anyone on in months. Kik that I didn't even have on my phone anymore for months. I opened it and my heart like stopped. Like I freaked out. A little bit of back information. Number 1, when I go to sleep, I close every app that's open on my phone. I don't turn my phone off when I go to sleep because I use it as an alarm, like I said. So I leave it on all night, but I close all my apps so that my battery doesn't get drained while I'm sleeping. I've made it a habit. I've made it a nightly routine to shut everything off and then just put my phone under the elephant, like I said. So I know for a fact that that app couldn't have been open even if I was using it because I close everything before I go to sleep. On top of that, it wasn't even open like it was just running in the background. It was open, like it was on my screen when I unlocked my phone. And you guys, I swear, I did not use it that day or even that week or even that month. I hadn't opened that app. I hadn't touched that app at all. And then just all of a sudden, I unlocked my phone and it's just open like as if I had been using it while I was sleeping. Like, so then I pretty much start shitting my pants. I start texting all my friends. I'm like, I told you guys, my damn phone was haunted. Something's going on here. There's a conspiracy. The CIA is after me. I don't even know. Something's happening right now. And they were like, okay, yeah, like I do have to admit that is really creepy. Like after the whole text message thing and then like this happens, that's really sketchy. So I was talking to one of my friends about it and I was like, dude, I swear, I know I'm not crazy. I know that I got rid of this app. One of the reasons that I was so adamant about it was because I specifically remembered somebody asking me if I had Kik, and I remember saying, no, I don't. I used to, but I got rid of it because I didn't use it. So I go back on that app, the other one that I was talking about in creepy incident number 2, and I'm looking through the messages of people that I had talked to, that I had become friends with and stuff. And the same boy that I thought blocked me in creepy incident number 2, I found a message with him in creepy incident number 3. Hey, are you on Kik or WhatsApp? I don't use this app much. No, I don't. This was at the end of January. This incident happened last week in like mid to kind of endish February. So even if I'm exaggerating and I didn't delete the app months ago like I said, this proves that at least 1 month ago I didn't have the app on my phone anymore, which still begs the question, why was it open? Why was it on my phone to begin with? How did it open on its own? Why was it as if I had been using it on my phone when I was asleep, when I wasn't using my phone at all, when I don't even have anything open on my phone while I'm sleeping? I don't know. It may not seem like much, but I really want you to sit down and consider that I did not touch or use this app for a minimum of like 3 weeks, and then it just pops open on my phone one day while I'm asleep. I don't know. It really kind of freaks me out, especially with, you know, nowadays there's all these movies of people getting spied on through their webcams and their TVs and their phones, and just like, Ugh. So please, if any of you have an explanation as to what the fuck might be going on with my damn phone, please let me know. My personal theory, I think that the Illuminati is trying to get my nudes, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Now listen, I'm not one to be all up in your face like, share my video, send it to your friends, make it go viral. I don't do that. But this time, I'm going to. I'm going to because I really genuinely want to know if anybody can figure out what the hell is happening with my damn phone. Yeah, I can see how creepy incident number 2 might be like a coincidence, like, oh, maybe you just had a bad signal, maybe the app glitched, whatever. But creepy incident 1 and 3, I have absolutely no explanation for either one. It really freaks me out. I'm actually really genuinely kind of scared. And I don't know. I want your guys' opinion. Like, I want people's honest opinion. Has this happened to anybody else? Does anybody else know what could be? I don't know. Just let me know. Share it around. Let me know. Whatever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hearing my story. Please help me. Bye.